Thanks for joining us. Here's what's happening in Chicago tonight. Part of The Dark Knight was shot inside Chicago's famed post office building. We take a peek for ourselves as the building gets ready to be sold to the highest bidder. You might have driven under it, but in the past 14 years, few people have actually gone inside the city's hulking post office building. Well, now the landmark building is up for sale, and earlier today, Chicago Tonight's Paris Schutz took a peek inside.
Chicago's Old Main Post Office is around 3 million square feet and rises 14 stories above the Eisenhower.
The building was built in stages in the 1920s, and it became the largest postal facility in the world.
But the building became outdated in the mid-90s at a time when Chicago was rated worst in the nation in postal deliveries. It has sat vacant since 1995. Developers have come and gone with every idea imaginable for what to do with the place.
Oh, you've had everything from a casino to a mausoleum to an amusement park, a massive parking garage.
Nobody doubts the architectural and historical significance of the building, but no developer's been willing to fork over the money needed to maintain it. The same is true of the post office, which wants rid of it. So it's up for auction, and yours to own if you're the highest bidder.
You've got one of a kind. This is one of a kind building. The history here is just tremendous. You were in the roaring 20s. You probably saw gangsters driving by shooting machine guns.
History aside, any potential developer will have an enormous undertaking with the building. This is the classic fixer-upper. Now, you might get a good deal per square foot if you buy this place, but you're going to need a lot more than elbow grease to get it up to speed.
Mostly what they're going to have to do is put everything in new. Because if they don't put everything in new, everything is so outdated. A
buyer will have to, count on a tax bill that could, be several $1 million a year. They're just keeping this place in the state it's in was costing about $2 million a year.
With all the work that needs to be done to this building, why would someone want to buy it?
Location, location, location. You just can't replicate this location.
In 2007, Hollywood producers used this location for the Batman sequel, The Dark Knight.
We're going to go to the right.
George Kopis has been an army of one since the building closed. His job? Make sure it's still standing when it's sold.
I'm the janitor, the engineer, the electrician, the last man standing. When I leave, I turn off the lights.
So you know every nook and cranny?
I know every nook and cranny, yes. I've crawled just about every nook and cranny in here.
It's one of the only buildings in the world to have an expressway running right through the center of it. If that's a selling point, then perhaps this is your building. For Chicago Tonight, this is Paris Schutz.
Well, the auction takes place on August 27th. The opening bid is suggested at $300,000, which translates to about 10 cents per square foot. What a bargain.